At the Air Force Flight Test Center is the fastest school in the world, the United States Air Force Test Pilot School. Through these doors come the men destined to push back the frontiers of aerospace technology, the United States Air Force Flight Test Pilots. To find out how important this school on the trailing edge of flight test technology really is, let's see what it does to this test pilot candidate, who, by the way, is already a pretty darn good pilot. His name is Roy Jones. He is 30 years old, married, with 8.3 children, and has a BA in sociology from the Antelope Valley Community College. He is an experienced pilot with over 60 hours in the challenging Cessna 172, America's latest tactical reconnaissance aircraft. Roy, you're a little nervous about starting school. Roy is a dedicated family man that makes a point of spending quality time with each member of his family. Helen, you are a typical Air Force wife. Fluent in 7 languages, you have a PhD in nuclear physics.
Okay, that's good.
Roy, make sure you say goodbye to those twins. Roy, you are about to embark upon the longest journey of your life. Good luck, Roy. And Helen, you too are excited about life in this lovely desert community. You like the small, attractive homes, modern and up-to-date in every way. And so are the shopping areas. Roy, you're busy too with the details of checking into the new base. There is the physical, the security check, and the new decal for your car. Finally, Roy, comes the first day of class with the Commandant's welcome. He makes you feel right at home, but he makes one point very clear. You are not daredevils here, and no unauthorized maneuvers will be tolerated. He goes on to say, it is better to be stupid than undisciplined. He tells you to look at the persons on either side of you. A year from now, one of you will be brain dead. Later that afternoon, Roy, you show Helen all of your new textbooks. There is algebra, trigonometry, creative writing, and subsonic aerodynamics for poets. There are even some you know little about, like dynamics, stability and control, and personal hygiene. The list impresses you, doesn't it, Helen? And you haven't seen Roy so excited since your wedding night. Suddenly the doorbell rings. Helen, you wonder who it could be. Perhaps it is your sponsor, that strange couple with the overgrown front yard. Well, look, Helen. What a lovely gesture. Fresh oranges from the commissary. You thank her profusely. Such a close-knit Air Force community here at Edwards. Back at school, Roy, the academics are challenging and the instructors are demanding. Sometimes, Roy, you're not sure that you are at the same level as your classmates.
Okay.
They are dedicated, hard-working bunch. You realize, Roy, that these men, all overachievers, are the cream of the crop of the Air Force. The best of the best. The top dogs. The numero unos. The big cheese. Unique in their own way, each with special talents and interests. Yes, Roy, they're a great bunch of fellows. Today you're learning about supersonic aerodynamics. You're learning things you never thought possible, like the Mach effects on the high-speed bovine. This is high technology. You wonder how you were ever able to fly airplanes without this knowledge. The instructors are top-notch and always available for extra instruction. Towards the end of the program, you've come to enjoy the afternoon bowl sessions with your classmates, where you discuss the flight test techniques and how they'll affect your grade. A classmate enters and tells you that you have an appointment with the commandant at 8 o'clock the next morning about your next assignment. That night, you mention it to Helen. Sensing your concern, she gives you a pep talk. You're silly to worry, she tells you. Of course you've done well in the program. Maybe he's going to promote you, or even better, send you to SOS. Now snap out of it and get back to work, you jerk. Helen, you're so proud of your husband. He's worked so hard and lived up to his lack of potential. He set mediocre goals and failed to meet them. And what about you, Helen? You too have learned a few things in your spare time at Edwards. For example, you developed a cold nuclear fusion reactor in the confines of your kitchen. Won't Roy be proud of you?
Turn the pot around a little bit more so there you go. There you go. Are you filming now, Kurt?
At 8 o'clock the next morning, Roy, you report to the commandant's office.
Bend down and look at your shoes. Fluff your shoes off.
You're nervous. You check yourself over to make sure your uniform is just right.
Okay, that's good. No.
But you know the old man is always fair and reasonable.
Okay, Penno.
You report in, and you're relieved when he greets you cordially. Then comes what you'd rather hear than anything else. He tells you that barring any unforeseen circumstances, you'll graduate with flying colors. He asks you if you've given any thought to where you'd like to be assigned. You tell him your first choice is to stay here at Edwards and continue in flight test. Of course, you name two alternatives. You've almost got it made. Finally, it's the day you've been waiting for, graduation day. The school spares no expense in getting your diploma out. You've made it, Roy, and you can count yourselves among the elite.
Zooming in.
United States Air Force test pilot.
Yeah, Kurt just kind of picked it up and...
Your eyes turn to the sky as you think, geez, it's hot today.
Where's the beach when you need one?